Hello, dear students. We'll just learn how to use a while loop. So this video is going to discuss about different examples using while loop so that we understand how we can use while. So let me switch off the video and share my screen. So now I hope you're able to see my online compiler. So which I'll be using to demonstrate the use of while loop. As we all know, the syntax for while loop is while condition statements. So you can have one or multiple statements inside the while block. So this while loop, the while block will continue to execute until this condition is true, or this while block will continue to execute till this condition fails, or this condition is not satisfied. So I can see here, while is a keyword followed by the condition, the Boolean expression, and the while block. So the statements that need to be executed when this condition is true. So let us try to write a very simple program where we wanted to print from 1 to 5. So I wanted to print this 1, 2, sorry, it's just getting converted, 3, 4, 5. So I wanted the output like this. So this is what the output I want. So when you see this, you can see it starts from 1, ends with 5, and increments by 1, right? So 1 starts from 1, adds 1 to it, becomes 2, add 1 to 2, becomes 3, and so on. So I wanted to print 1 to 5. Fine. So how do we do this? So initially, the starting value is 1. So let me declare a variable int I is equal to 1. So the starting variable or starting value is 1. Then I wanted to print this 1. So I'm just going to continue to print. So while I is less than or equal to 5, I'm just going to print I. So after printing I, just move to the next line. So now I is 1. 1 is less than 5. The condition is true. It enters the while block, executes the statements inside the while block. So it prints 1. Then I'll increment I by 1. So I becomes 2. It goes and checks here. 2 is less than 5. So it enters the block, prints 2. Then I becomes 3. Again, it goes here. 3 is less than 5. Prints 3. I becomes 4. 4 is less than 5. Prints 4. I becomes 5. 5 is equal to 5. The condition is true. Prints 5. Then I becomes 6. Now, 6 is not less than or equal to 5. So the condition fails. So when the condition fails, it comes out of the while block. And whatever is after that, it's going to print. So printf exited while block. So, and let us close the main function. That's it. So let us see how does it execute or what will be the output of this code. Let me run this code. So you can see there is an error here. Expected identifier or before token. Okay. The error is in line number 37. Okay. So there's already a closing main block. Now I just removed that. Now let me run the program. You can see it prints 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I becomes 6 and then comes out of the while block and continues to execute the statements after the while block. So it prints exited while block. Now, when you see this example here, you can see this while block executes 5 times. This while block executes 5 times. And it comes out of the while block when this condition fails. That is, when I becomes 6, 6 is not less than or equal to 5, the condition fails, only then it comes out of the while block. So this while block executes 5 times. So I equal to 1, I equal to 2, I equal to 3, I equal to 4, I equal to 5. When I becomes 6, it comes out of the while block and continues to execute the remaining part of the code. So when I try to print the value of value of I here, so it's you can be very sure that it's going to print 6 because it exits only when I becomes 6. So when it comes out of the while loop, the value of I is going to be 6. Fine. Let us go with another example where I wanted to print. Let me show the output. This is what I want to print. That is 1, welcome. Okay. 2, welcome. 3, welcome. This is what I want to print. I wanted the output like this. 1 dot welcome, 2 dot welcome, 3 dot welcome. So when you see this here, you can see this welcome is being repeated 3 times. And this is going to be, you can see the starting value is 1, ending value is 3, and it increments by 1. So you can see the starting value is 1, ending value is 3. So initial value is 1. Now the ending value is going to be 3 because I is going to be 1, 2, 3. When I becomes 4, it should come out of the loop. So now here, what I am going to print the value of I, then a dot, then a space, then welcome. So print the value of I, then a dot, then a space, then welcome. So now I is equal to 1, 1 less than 3, prints 1 dot welcome, then goes to the next line. I becomes 2, 2 less than 3, prints 2 dot welcome, goes to the next line. I becomes 3, 3 is equal to 3, the condition is true, so it prints the value of I, then welcome, then I becomes 4. So 4 is not less than or equal to 3. So the condition fails. It comes out of the while loop and it prints whatever statements you have after this. So now what will be the value of I when you come out of the while loop? It's going to be 4. Fine. Let us run this program and see. You can see the output is printed here. Then it comes out of the while block, prints the value of I, 4. and exited while block. So in this case, the while loop is going to execute 3 times. Okay, now let us take one more example where I'm just going to remove these numbers. I just want to print welcome, that's all. I don't want these numbers to be printed. I wanted to print only welcome. That means I need to print welcome 3 times. That's it. So I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 3. I'm just going to print welcome. I'm not going to print the value of I. Okay, so now you can see the purpose of while loop here is how many times you need a particular set of statements to be executed. So here you can see I need welcome 3 times. So this while loop will have to execute 3 times. That is why we start from 1, 2, 3. The same thing, say for example, I start from 10. That's also okay now because I'm not bothered about the value of, say I'm going to start from 11 to 13. So even in this case, the while loop is going to execute 3 times. Now, the value of I is not important. Here in this output, the number of times I'm going to repeat a particular block of code. That's what is important here because we are not bothered about the loop value. The only thing I wanted to do with the loop is execute this statement the required number of times. Here you can see I'm printing welcome 3 times. That means my loop will have to execute 3 times. So if I is 11. So 11 less than 13, prints welcome. I becomes 12. 12 less than 13, prints welcome. I becomes 13. 13 equal to 13, prints welcome. Then I becomes 14. The condition fails. It comes out of the loop. So why am I changing this to 11? You can also keep it as 1, 2, 3. So I just wanted to tell you here, we are not bothered about the value of I. Now this loop, the value of I is important to execute the required number of times. So because I wanted to execute this 3 times, this is also well and good. So 1 to 3 times. But you should be clear that in this case, the purpose of while loop is to execute the required number of times. Whereas in the previous, all other examples, what we saw, we also need the loop value, the I value also, because I'm going to use that I value in my program. Fine. So now you can see this is going to print welcome 3 times. Once it comes out of the loop, prints the value of I4 because only then the condition fails and then print exited while block. So hope you understood this. Kindly go through this video and let me know for any of your doubts. Thank you. Have a great day.